Hi everyone, it's Jeanette, and today I want to talk about storage. So, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving. And today's video is a little different because I'm not showing jewelry or how to make jewelry, but I want to talk about some of the options that are available for storing our beads. So I'm focusing on beads today because there are all sorts of storage that I've seen in stores and online. I've tried a lot of them, and I want to show you the ones that I use, the ones that I like the most. I'm going to show you one that I don't really like that much, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So some of these will be available in links in the description below the video. They're Amazon affiliate links, so I get a little bit of money if you use them, but please don't feel that you have to use them. If you don't want to, that's fine. And I'm going to begin with my absolute favorite storage for beads, which are these Craftmates cases. And they come in several different sizes. I'll show you the two that I'm using currently. So this is the XL, the 2XL, I believe. And there are 14 compartments, 7 on each side, and they are individual compartments. And what I like best about these, the reason they're my favorite, is that when I press this button here on the top, and there's another one for this side, it unlocks the entire row of compartments, but in order to open the individual sections, you have to keep pressing the button and lift each one separately. And it latches closed, and these do not open. The only problem I've ever had with these opening, when I didn't want them to, is if I store them on their side and I put something on top and this button gets pressed in. So, yeah, that's just a matter of the way I put them in my closet, but I don't do that anymore. So anyway, I really like these, and you can hear they snap closed. And what I do is I label them on the side. Sometimes I put the color, sometimes I'll put labels on top if I need a little note to myself about the beads. But I really, really like these. Right now, these are available on Amazon. They're on sale for $7.20 a piece. Normally they're $9.99. I have gotten these on clearance in Michael's, I believe it was, and I cleared them out. They only had 3, but they were only $4 each. So I don't know when I'll ever find those again. But anyway, they're made by Craftmates, and they're called the Lockables. Here, you can see that. This is another size, and I can't remember the name of this size, but this one has 7 individual compartments, and they work the same way. You press this button in, and then you can open up the individual sections. So it's narrower, but I think these compartments might be a little bit deeper. I'm not sure. But it's nice if you only have a few types of beads that you want to store. Right? So those are the Craftmates. And I wanted to show you another type of storage. Now I know this, of course, it's a pill box. It's to organize your pills, and I really like it because it's got AM and PM. It's great. But this is made by the same company that makes the Craftmates. It's called Apothecary. I think it's Apothecary Supplies something like that, but they make the Craftmate storage, and these are kind of nice because these are all individual compartments as well. But you notice that you press down these levers here to unlock the sections. One thing that I don't like about that is it is very easy to accidentally unlock the compartments. So I do use this case, but I have to be really, really careful. And another thing to keep in mind is these compartments are a lot shallower than the compartments in the other cases. So for these little turtles here, since I only have 4 of them, this is big enough, but for a normal strand of beads, it might not be. So just another option. And I think these are a little bit cheaper online. So just another option for you. So now I'm going to get it. And by the way, there's nothing about these that I don't like. So now I'm going to get into some of the other cases that I have and the pros and the cons for those. Now we're going to look at the larger cases that I use to store my beads. And I really do wish that the same company that makes these cases, the Craftmates, would make them in a really large size, but I'm not sure how they would go about doing that because of all the rows they would need. But anyway, I like this case here, and what I like about it, you see I've labeled everything with, these are my gemstones, so I labeled the name with the names of the gemstones and how much they cost. And this whole lid opens in one piece. And I'm gonna tip this up a little bit. I don't want to spill everything. But what I do like is that each compartment is stationary. What I mean by that is these walls, these sides, don't lift up. They're in place. You cannot adjust them. I actually like the fact that they don't lift up because I'm going to show you a case that I'm not very happy with. And the reason is that these lift up. But I do like this. The compartments are large. You'll see that some of my larger gemstones fit just fine in here. And they give me enough room to sort through and pick out beads that I want. So I do like this case, and I do like that it snaps closed. I would prefer, though, I'm going to turn this on its side because, as you can see, this part of the cover does lift up, and I have had spills. So I've changed my storage system so that now these are stored flat. But you can see that I used to store them on their side. And sometimes this corner edge would pop open. And sometimes, well, I don't think I had that problem with this one. Or with the other one, you'll see what I mean. But with cases like this, sometimes the little beads will escape over into another compartment. I don't think I had that issue with this. So I do like this case. And of all the cases like this that I've tried, I like this one the most. So now I'm going to show you another case that is smaller, and I like it because so far the little beads have not traveled over, but I'm not so sure that won't happen if I store it this way. I use this for my tiny beads, for my little crystals, and I do that because I like that the whole case is clear And it doesn't have that cloudy, opaque look. And I can really see the sparkle, and I can see the individual beads here. And this has a latch that just opens this way. And again, these are not movable, so I don't have to worry about these sides falling out. And it does latch, it latches tightly, and these corners don't lift up as easily. So I haven't had anything fall out of this yet. But so far so good. So I like this one. And I'm going to try to have links for all of these in the notes below the video if I can find them all. I don't think I got this online. I think I actually bought this in a craft store. Now for the case that gives me the most trouble. And I do like that it is really big, and I do like, let me show you, it's got 2 latches. I do like that it has 2 latches because the corners do not lift up. You actually have to unlatch both sides. I'm able to label just fine. It's a 1-piece cover. I like that these compartments are deep, so I can store my larger beads without a problem here. But let me show you what I don't like. Sometimes when I am taking out beads and I'm grabbing this way, this here has a little lip. And when I'm sliding out a bead, if I grab it, you see how it's moving? See how easy it is to move this up? And I'm going to tilt it a little bit. When this comes up, these beads, these 2 compartments, it's very easy for the beads to get all mixed up and travel and visit each other, which is something that I don't want. So when I get beads out of an individual compartment, I try to remember, see, I just did it again. I try to remember, and I'm going to show you how frustrating this is. There, wait. Oh, black one's moving over. And now I'm going to have a big mess. Oh, all right. I don't have the mess. But it can be really frustrating. So I try to remember to keep my hand here so that I don't accidentally snag the side and lift it up. The reason that it's like this is these compartments are adjustable. So if I had a lot of these large beads, for example, these are the Turcanite, these are so cool. If I had a lot of these and they didn't fit in this compartment, I could just take this out, the side out, and have a double compartment. That's a really nice feature in and of itself, but I really do wish that the grooves here were not so loose, and I wish that it required a little more effort to move these sides. So this is the one I like the least, but I try to just keep my larger beads in here, and I would not buy this case again. So I'm probably not going to link to it in the description because I much prefer the other cases. Well, you know what? I'll link to it anyway because you can make your own decisions and your own choices. Maybe you need the adjustability. So I'll link to it anyway, just so that you have that option. So that is it for today's video. I want to thank you for joining me, and let me know what you think in the comments. Would you like to see more storage videos in the future? Because I'd be happy to share my storage with you. And I am working on a mystery Monday video for the month of December. So stay tuned and check back soon. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great day.